24 hours with JB. Let's talk. So, I'm not gonna lie. Oftentimes I do sit back. Not even often. Very seldom do I sit back and say to myself, damn, beloved, you putting in all this work. You have two businesses that people know about, right? You have two different businesses that you display on a daily basis, right? And to be honest with you, one, heavy on investments, that is, I haven't made not $1 off that business. Not $1. Got a website, promos, all the above. Now, maybe it's me with the promotion, right? Maybe I'm not promoting it right. Maybe the digital marketing could be better. I say all of those things to myself, right? But again, I haven't made not $1. And I know for a fact that those who knew me throughout the entire duration of my life have seen that I sell merch, right? That's one thing. The second thing is I now have another business that people know about, right? Second business, JB Juicing. With that particular business, yes, I have made money, but I've only made money by being a bit lethargic. I've only made money by being outside, right? By being accessible, right? That's when I'm now coming into contact with strangers, and thus strangers are purchasing the product due to my hustle and charisma, I would say, right? So, with that being said, now from the content creation perspective, I'm not making any revenue as of yet, right? I'm not generating any revenue as of yet, right? Emphasis on the yet. So I mention all the above because I do say to myself, what would my life be like, or what would my mental be like if, sorry, where that doesn't, I'm not with the be like, where would my mental capacity be if I wasn't investing, right? See, with the investing, I'm able to control my own financial well-being, let's just say, right? So thus, I'm always in the pocket from an investment standpoint. The thing is, my success already happened, right? If I decide to cancel both businesses, if I decide not to post another video, right? I'm already successful because I was blessed with a tool to navigate through the stock market and essentially generate capital gains or profits, right? In addition, all of the money that I have invested into the stock market already, it's only going to compound in my favor, right? Here's where the snowball effect comes into play. Bear with me. Now, with that being said, I often, no, seldom do I sit back and say, damn, beloved, after putting in all this work, I did think that I would be a lot further. After putting all of this work, I did think that I would generate at least 10 likes per video at least, right? Now, actually on my TikTok, I'm probably shooting between five. Like, I don't even know, to be honest. Because you got to think I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, right? Instagram, I have three different pages. I have a modeling page, a finance page, and a workout page, right? TikTok, I have a JB Juicing page, right? Hence the health and fitness, well, health juicing. And then I have an investment page as well on TikTok. And then YouTube is a plethora of everything, right? Hence 24 hours with JB, excuse me. Now, with that being said, seldom times I do sit back and say, damn, it's hard out here, right? If the businesses as well as the content creation space was your bread and butter, your faith would have to be a lot stronger, right? You would have to be, I don't think I would make it. I'm just being honest with you. If I was solely dependent upon other people, beloved, it would be very, very, very challenging for me to reach the goals or at least a level to where I'm able to feed my family. Why is that? Because it's hard out here. The lack of support is evident, right? In order to reach a certain level in life, you need some sort of push, some sort of support, some sort of recognition, even. Because again, to stay consistent, to day after day put in the work, it can be challenging, beloved, especially when it's just you shooting in the gym. Now, with that being said, I say to myself, give up, right? I also say to myself, damn, beloved, all of these people see your videos, family, friends, associates, colleagues, people you went to school with, people you've helped out in the past, etc. All of these people see your content, right? All of these people see what you're trying to do. And again, the lack of support is at an all-time low, right? And to be honest with you, the only reason why I don't stop, it's several reasons, some of them which I just mentioned, but the main reason per se is more so because I sit back and watch my own videos, right? And when I sit back and watch my own videos, beloved, the gratification, the internal feeling that I feel inside is astounding, because I sit back and say to myself, Jaquan, that's you. Beloved, I can't believe what I'm seeing, right? Not just the elevation, but the clarity when you speak, the confidence behind the camera, the giant that you're steady morphing into, the king that you are depicting before the world, right? I sit back and I say, I see you. I see myself. That's literally the only reason why I don't stop, because again, I see the elevation. I see how I'm getting better and better with time. I see how I'm starting to become more seasoned. And my reason for saying all that I said is because where I'm currently at, a lot of people would stop. You got to think. Sometimes I'm producing 3 videos. I do my edits, I do my concepts, I do all of the above. And for me to not get a like on certain videos, for me to have 200-300 views, and no, it does become, it can become overwhelming. It can't, but the thing is, I'm working so hard on so many things. By the time I sit back and doubt myself or question anyone or the situation in its entirety, I got more. I got stocks to buy. Dividend Wednesday is now upon us. The stock market will be closing soon. I gotta, you know what I mean? So thus, I say all of that to say this. To all of my go-getters, to anyone chasing their dreams, don't stop, beloved. Don't stop. Keep elevating. Keep working on your craft. Believe in you. It's only going to be you shooting in that gym. But the moment that you get tired, the moment that you say, I'm not doing this ish no more. I hit 33 pointers in 30 seconds and I ain't getting out one clap, beloved. It'll be that 31st shot. Trust and believe. And even if it's not that 31st shot, it may be the 131st shot, beloved. But trust me when I tell you, you stay in that gym and the results will pay off. You stay in that gym and you will rise above the lower frequencies, because what's destined for you is what the world will see.